Pre-market prep at the close. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin with you here to wrap up the Tuesday session. Mixed day, Joel. A lot of green and a lot of red on my screen, but as we head into the close, we are leaking hard.
Yeah, we were on our merry way, Spence, and just having a good day, a good old day. It looks like the testimony was going well with Mr. Powell and Mr. Mnuchin. They being asked some tough questions, but overall they hold it. We bounced around, we dipped, and I'm not going to go into the whole dodgeball thing, but we couldn't get to that pre-market high. That pre-market high was 29.76 and a quarter. We couldn't even get to the high from yesterday. So you had some sellers in there, right? And then boom, stat news. Why don't you go ahead? Everyone wants to know why the market's down. What happened to the market? Asked Alex Delano. Tell them what happened, Spencer.
Yeah, so this was like a sort of obvious thing that we had talked about, and I also heard it many places elsewhere, but we had questioned just the conclusions that could be drawn from that Moderna study that was out the other day. 8 people. Stat News talked to a number of vaccine experts, and they also questioned the efficacy of the drug. And basically, the summary here is that it is just too soon to tell. There is not enough information to tell just how much this vaccine will help. There's just not enough information. We don't know how much it will help against COVID-19, or we don't really know. The trial had 45 people, and 8 of them were highlighted in the press release the other day.
So it's okay when Stat News says it, but it's not good enough when we say it on the pre-market.
Well, Stat News isn't saying it. They're talking to a couple of experts who are saying.
But this market's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This. So what basically the market is saying here is they should have had a rally yesterday, except the QE forever and oil, right?
Yeah, I mean, look. If you looked into the press release or whatever yesterday, the headline was obvious, or it was obvious that this is a very, very early in the process, and so now you're getting experts coming out and saying the exact same thing. That listen, I maybe yesterday's reaction caught people by surprise. Maybe they didn't expect that, but I mean, this is. We talked about this being a phase 1 trial. We still have to get through phases 2 and 3. 2, it was a phase 1 trial where they highlighted results from 8 people in a 45-person study. So we just don't know enough about this vaccine to be able to pin all of our hopes on it. That's what this article from Stat News is saying. And I think maybe the market's reaction yesterday was, I think, maybe a bit too much.
You know, an hour a day of Dennis's rants is enough, but I'd really like to hear him ranting right now because I'd like to get his opinion on this. But we'll hear that tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. No, I'm not mad. I'm just the ridiculous of this market. Now, remember what happened with the Gilead.
You're a little mad.
I'm mad.
You're a little mad. Okay. Just admit you're a little mad.
All right, I don't want to be mad. I don't want to be mad.
All right, fine.
I'm just perplexed. How's that for a SAT word?
Fine.
But anyways, whatever. Moderna, no Moderna. Oil, no oil. QE forever or not QE forever. We have perhaps found a trading range and the top of the trading range, and where Dennis is, getting all missing to move to new all-time highs. I'm saying, hey, we're at the top of the trading range. What's going to happen today? Now, we had a shot at it, so I'm still going to respect the top of this trading range. Hard to initiate shorts just off today's price action. But definitely, this is taking one step further to saying we're in a trading range here. Let's go to crude. That's up 18 cents. That hit 32.91 yesterday or today in today's session. Where did it get to yesterday? I'm just curious here to pull up to see where crude did, see if it made a double top of any sorts here. In crude at CL, yesterday's high, There you go. 33. There's your number, folks. 33.10. Yesterday's high, 32.91 in today's market. There's your big bogey. There's your next level you got to clear on the upside, 33 bucks. Buck 20 away from there. Gold having a good day, up 14.40 here in the after hours of 17.48.80. Still won't bust out to 1800. They scooped this up under 1700, but has not been able to breach that high at 1788.80. Turned back at 1751.60 today. Let me see, 1768.90. That's been the high close of the rebound. That's like a 10 or 11-year high in the gold market. So we'll keep an eye on that. Doesn't look like we're going to close above it today, but we will keep an eye on that. Silver, strong, up 2.64 cents, running into problems at 18. Let's see where that stopped yesterday. Silver, nope. Well, 17.985 today, 18.010. So there's your bogey in the silver market, $18. Bitcoin just can't break through that $10,000 level. Current high today, $99.55, trading down $35. Just wanted to run down through those other issues or those other commodities here that we cover in the morning show.
All right, so let's go back to a couple of stocks we discussed on this show this morning that reported earnings. Let's look at Walmart and we'll look at Home Depot. And we'll start with Walmart here. If you listened to the show this morning, you heard Dennis say that his instinct was to go short into the was that the news that this earnings report would be priced in and that he was inclined to short it. This was the one that he did short and got shaken out of, I believe, and he ended up being right at the end of the day. They popped in on this report, but it leaked pretty much for the entirety of the pre-market session, and then it just continued to leak after the open. So just a complete reversal from that pre-market pop.
Yeah, 133.91. That's what you hit in the pre-market trading. Opened up when we talk about opens a lot on these shows. Open 131.75. Your high 131.99. And then kaplooey, 125.02. You're still going down, though. You're still near the lows of the session. Mr. Market's not helping now. So if you didn't sell the rip in this today, I don't know. This might just been one heck of a sell the news opportunity. I'll keep an eye on that close from today, wherever it is. But man, now you're $6 away from the 2-day high. You're $9 away from the all-time high. And I said this. I said this on the show too. I go, sometimes Walmart will go big green to big red or big red to big green. Anthony Jr. remembers us saying that. I wish I would have kept an eye on that one a little bit closer. Trading now down 260, the lows for the session.
Walmart does have a tendency to go down after its reports.
And can we just cover this Moderna, mRNA? Let's just call it Myrna. Oh, it's a great old Jewish name, isn't it? Myrna.
I had a great Aunt Myrna once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's what we'll call it. We'll call it Myrna. And they did the offering, right? And they did the offering at $76, jamming stock down shareholders' throats. Smart on their part. It went to 79.75, so there was still some optimism there. All-time closing high was $80, and now got turned back. People wanted out at that mark, got out at 79.75. So I don't know. I mean, is the bloom off the flower in this one until they come out with phase 2? And if phase 2 is no good, look out below on that one. So down 785 here, pretty big volume. It's profit taking in this one, but I mean, where did Myrna? I mean, where was this thing before the whole COVID started? We'll switch over to the monthly charts, and a lot of people sitting on a lot of profits. This stock ended January at 2051. So if you think you're like getting a bargain here at $72, there's a lot of people here that are long from a lot lower prices, and they won't be mind hitting bids at 65, 70, whatever the future price action holds for mRNA.
All right, and let's also look at Home Depot here. This one, they did not really fade too hard after the open. It kind of just stayed in line with it's
They
been.
hit it. It came back. Couldn't sneak into yesterday's range. I believe I was hoping for 244 on that one. Was that the bottom of yesterday's range in Home Depot? Let me take a quick look here. Uh, mm, I'm on the monthly, so that's doing me no good. No, couldn't sneak into the bottom of yesterday's range. Missed it by a buck and a half. Losing altitude here, folks. We're now down 22 and a half handles. Uh, that news is not good news. Probably just got a little waves of seller balances there. So that's probably accelerating this decline. Getting in a lightly traded area here, folks. Not a lot in here. Our intraday low from yesterday. Well, we're getting pretty close to that. 29.20, 29.2350. I like to note the intraday lows. Those are the lows that take place between 9:30 and I call it 5 o'clock because they trade, even though the spoos close at 4:15, they do trade from four. They close for 15 minutes for the computers rebalancing, and then they trade from 4:30 to 5.
All right, wait,
Yes,
back to Home
Ryan.
Depot.
I still have them, and I did not follow my game plan of adding to it at 187 today. It went to
Wait.
188.49. Twilio, he's asking about.
Oh, totally. Okay.
Yeah. So
Just
yeah, I
didn't know what
still
you're talking
got
about.
it. Could have added. The other thing, this is kind of a COVID stock. So, but just based on its price action, don't like it.
Wait, real fast. Do you have a level of interest in Home Depot? Going back to that,
Oh, Home Depot for what? A level of support?
or
Is that what you're?
resistance,
I'm sorry.
or resistance.
Resistance where it's trading right now since it's going down 238.50. For support, boy, oh boy. I can't give you much as far as support goes, guys. 2-day low, Friday's low, 22, 32.70. Next stopping point here for Home Depot. As far as I can see, I have to recalculate the numbers tomorrow, but that's your next daily low. We just matched the interday low from yesterday, folks. 23.50. That was the interday low from yesterday. We just hit 29.22, attempting to rebound.
All right, looking ahead to tonight and tomorrow morning on the earnings front, not a ton. After the close today, we are going to get NetEase and Urban Outfitters, not the biggest in
Yeah,
names,
nice.
and then
Yeah.
tomorrow morning, the big names are Target and Lowe's. So LOW and TGT tomorrow. That's interesting.
Uh, is Urban Outfitters still selling pizza? Do
I
we
knew
know?
you. Yes, you always bring that up. Yeah, as far as I know, they still own that pizza restaurant. Yeah,
Spencer, you just like my kids. Like something comes up and they know exactly the same
yeah,
stupid saying that I'm going to use as I
yeah.
used last time. I mean, the retail sector, as long as they're selling a lot of those baggy clothes online, I don't know.
Well, I want to go to Target here because
Okay,
it's
Tarjay.
interesting. It's interesting in light of what happened to Walmart today, just a complete reversal on what was a pretty darn good report.
It was a good report. Tarjay, I mean, it's had a big run here. When did it get hit? When did it go to 102? Was that like some same store sales or something like that? I can't remember. You remember what it was?
On the
Oh no.
on the 23rd, is that what you mean? No, what day are you talking about?
Yeah. I know Triple D picked it up that day. Didn't we trade 102 10050 April 23rd?
Yeah,
That seemed like a long time ago.
that was same store sales. Yep, that was
Okay,
comp.
there you go. Phew. I mean, seeing what they did to Walmart today and seeing how close this thing is to all-time highs, seeing what this thing has done since March, you know what I'm thinking going in ahead to report on this one, good, bad, or indifferent.
Was that a question to me?
What do you think I'm leading in this one
Oh,
going into the report?
I think you're leaning bearish.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep. I am, but I mean, who knows? I mean, you could be bearish here, come out with good numbers, they pop it to 130, then pull a Walmart. I'll just say Walmart is notorious for having having these kind of reversal days. Don't follow Target as closely. But man, nice run on this. You're sitting on profits. You saw this thing at $90. I don't know what your long-term targets are on target. That's a pun there. But man, just got a lot back. I just don't know how much people are shopping. The other thing that we talk about is what was this quarter, right? This quarter, how much were we in lockdown, right? Last couple of weeks. So you could still have a good quarter out of this. You know, they're going to be like, when it comes to guidance, they're going to be like, no guidance coming out of us, folks. So,
Yeah.
you know, what's your feel? When you guys ask me those kind of questions, what was your plan when you got into it? What's your target? What's your stop? What's your time horizon? Is this a swing trade? Is this a scalp? Are you trying to just guess what earnings are? So when you ask me those kind of questions, they're so multifaceted, it's hard for me. And plus, I am not an investment advisor, nor do I give investment advice. So, you know, get yourself in, get yourself out. To me, it's approaching resistance.
All right, 356 here. We are continuing our slide into the close. Someone in the chat asked what target's implied volatility was. I'm seeing 6.9% for the weekly move. So there you are in target, and we are continuing to leak here, heading into 4 o'clock in the S&Ps.
Oh man, you know, applied volatility is for your smart option traders, not for your yahoos like me that just buy, puts and calls, and then when you get in trouble, you try and sell another leg and let it evaporate. So, the implied move, Ozak, you could tell you, and I don't have my Thinkorswim platform up, but like if you're looking at Target right now, and I would just hazard to guess this thing's trading 123.27. Going into the print, they probably want $4 for like a 120 put. So where would you need to break even if you buy a 120 put for $4, Spencer? What do you need to break even on the trade?
I'm sorry, I was reading the chat. I wasn't.
If you buy a 120 put,
oh no! Don't ask me.
$4.
Don't ask me these questions. I need a pen and paper for anything
No,
related
you
to options.
don't. No,
Yes,
you
I do.
don't. I'm going to stay here until you answer this question.
Oh God! Don't
You
put
buy
okay.
You buy a 120 put.
Okay.
For next week. We'll call it next week.
Okay.
And you pay $4 for it. Where do you break even?
Geez. So I'm buying a put $4. I break even at 119-ish. Did I go the wrong way?
So 120 minus 4 is 119.
Why'd you say 120? Oh,
I said the 120 put for $4.
My mistake. 120 put for $4. So 120 minus whatever your premium received.
Not
right,
received.
So.
You paid the premium. You're not selling the put.
Oh, you
bought
buying
a put.
Okay. See,
so now do you know?
This is where I told you. So you bought the 120 put. See, this is why I need pen and paper. I need to write down the strikes. I need to write down if I'm buying or selling. I need to have it all in front of me, laid out, so I can get it. You're buying a 120 put.
You're paying $4.
Right. So 116.
All right, there you go. You could have cheated.
See, I need to have it written down in front of me. I'm an options noob in that regard. So I understand your basics, but I don't ever want to give options.
You get enough on that one, man.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. I'm a little disappointed in this.
Okay. Well,
I'll let you do tomorrow. I'll let you do tomorrow's show.
I told you I need my pen and paper. I told you I need to have it written down.
That's not pen and paper. That's first grade math. That's 120 minus 4.
I need to have the calls and the puts and the strikes in front of me to be able to visualize it.
Okay. What if you pay?
I'm a very visual learner.
All right. I'll forget all this. If you pay $3 for a 120 call, where's your break even?
$3 for a 120 call, breaking even at 120. Sorry, $3 you said?
Yep.
Okay, I'm trying to
Come on, you were close.
Relationships. I didn't say anything. $3 for a 120 call, you break even at 123.
There you go. Okay.
All right.
Excellent.
I see. It's tough for me I have to visualize. Okay, who collects, who pays, who
When I say you pay,
I'm a very
exactly.
Right,
exactly.
but I'm a very visual. I'm a very visual person like that. So I need to visualize my call, my put, my buyer, my seller, and do it anyway. That's
UCCTGG is saying I'm a tough teacher. Wait till I get you in the swim pool and I give you swim lessons. I'm
I'd
even
rather
harder
not.
on you than that.
I'd
But we
rather
got
not.
we got slammed into the close. Nobody wants to go home long. 29.15.75. We
Ooh.
took out that intraday low from yesterday. Not looking to the stock. Not looking forward to the stock futures tonight. Made that low. Yes, folks. We may have bid at the top of the trading range. That's all I can say for now. I'll have to work out for my numbers for tomorrow. But Spencer, anything you wanna? Who's our guest tomorrow? And any final
Our
questions?
guest tomorrow is Jonathan Yates. If that name rings a bell, it may or may not, but he came up on our show a couple weeks ago with Jason. He was the former Benzinga writer who wrote that article about why you should take out a loan against your home and use it to buy to invest in the stock market. So he'll be on tomorrow to see. We're gonna ask him if he still believes in that strategy, and just catch up because it's been a while. And we had a whole tangent on a show about 2 weeks ago about that. So I figured we'll reach out, get him on, and talk about why that may or may not be a great idea. But that'll be on tomorrow's show. Thanks to everyone who joined us today. Please remember all the information from this broadcast is meant to be used as informational purposes, not for investing or trading advice. In the meantime, everyone have a great rest of your day. We'll be back with you on Wednesday morning.